Alex Eala has just pulled off the most unforgettable victory of her young career, and she did it on tennis' grandest stage. In a breathtaking third-round showdown on center court, the 21-year-old Filipina stunned defending Wimbledon champion Iga Świątek in a match that will be remembered for years to come. The final score read 7-6, 6-2, but those numbers barely hint at the drama that unfolded over 2 hours and 14 minutes. Every game was fiercely contested, momentum shifted constantly, and both players pushed each other to their absolute limits. Eala remained fearless under relentless pressure, refusing to let the moment overwhelm her. When the final point was won, the magnitude of her achievement finally sank in. Overcome with emotion, Eala dropped to her knees as tears streamed down her face. It wasn't just another victory, it was a career-defining breakthrough, the kind of triumph every young player dreams about, achieved on one of the biggest stages in world tennis.
Victory over Świątek again. She obviously beat her in Miami a couple of, 12 months ago. And now she's beaten her as the defending champion in the first win on a center court at Wimbledon. She's into the fourth.
Before we talk about the emotions, let's focus on the tennis, because what Alex Eala produced on center court deserves every bit of the spotlight. From the opening game, Eala showed she had come to win. Rather than easing into the match, she immediately took control, attacking with confidence against a 3-time Grand Slam champion who had already experienced the sting of losing to her once before at the Miami Open. But champions don't back down easily. Just as expected, Świątek fought her way back into the contest. The opening set quickly turned into a gripping battle, with both players holding serve under immense pressure and refusing to surrender an inch. Every rally carried enormous weight as momentum shifted from one side of the net to the other. Neither player could create enough separation, and the set inevitably headed into a dramatic tiebreak. What happened next was nothing short of spectacular. Eala exploded out of the gate, playing fearless tennis to build a commanding 5-2 lead. Her aggressive shot-making and unwavering confidence had the defending champion on the ropes, and it looked as though she was moments away from claiming the opening set. Then Świątek reminded everyone why she has been one of the most dominant players in women's tennis. Digging deep, she rattled off 4 consecutive points to turn the tiebreak completely around, earning a set point at 6-5. It was exactly the kind of pressure-filled moment where so many opponents have watched victory slip away against her. This time, though, the story was different. Eala refused to blink. She calmly erased the set point, stayed aggressive, and delivered one of the bravest stretches of tennis of her career. The tiebreak became an unforgettable war of nerves, stretching to 17 points. Eala battled through 4 saved set points, earned 3 opportunities of her own, and never stopped believing. Finally, she unleashed a thunderous forehand that rocketed across the court, leaving Świątek with no answer. The winner sealed the opening set and sent center court into a deafening roar, one that echoed far beyond Wimbledon and all the way to the Philippines, where millions of fans were witnessing history unfold.
7 Świątek, 9-8 for Eala, and then 10-9. Eala finally gets the tiebreak, 11-9. It really needed, Świątek really needed that first set, especially in that tiebreak. Having come back from saving a set point and coming back from a break, getting to the tiebreak really needed it. Eala gets a break, and then she started.
Winning that unforgettable tiebreak completely changed the direction of the match. Świątek, who had looked calm and in complete control just moments earlier, suddenly seemed out of sync. The defending champion struggled to regain her rhythm, while Eala sensed the opportunity and attacked without hesitation. She wasted no time taking control of the second set. Eala broke serve in the opening game, confidently held her own serve, and then struck again with another break to surge ahead 3-0. Her fearless shot-making and relentless pressure left Świątek searching for answers. Moments later, the lead grew to an imposing 4-0, and center court could feel that something extraordinary was unfolding. To her credit, Świątek refused to surrender. She dug deep and fought her way back, narrowing the deficit to 4-2 in an effort to spark a comeback. But Eala never lost her focus. Rather than allowing the momentum to shift, she answered immediately with another crucial break. The constant pressure forced Świątek into costly mistakes, including untimely double faults that only added to her frustration. Eala then calmly held serve before closing out the set 6-2, completing one of the biggest upsets of this year's Wimbledon championships. And make no mistake, this wasn't a lucky day or a one-off performance. This victory marked the second time Eala had defeated Świątek, giving the young Filipina a 2-1 advantage in their head-to-head meetings. Throughout the match, Świątek struggled to cope with Eala's relentless aggression. Her second serve was repeatedly attacked, rallies were dictated from the baseline by Eala, and unforced errors continued to pile up as the pressure mounted. What the crowd witnessed wasn't an underdog catching lightning in a bottle. It was a rising star standing toe-to-toe with one of the game's biggest champions and proving she belonged on the biggest stage in tennis. Then came the image that will forever define Alex Eala's Wimbledon breakthrough. The instant the final point was over, she collapsed to her knees, overwhelmed by the realization of what she had achieved. Tears poured down her face as years of sacrifice, hard work, and belief came rushing to the surface. During her on-court interview, the emotion became impossible to contain. Fighting back tears, Eala tried to explain what the victory meant to her. She said that for champions like Iga Świątek or legends such as Serena and Venus Williams, a win of this magnitude might feel different because of everything they have already accomplished. But she couldn't finish the thought. The words simply wouldn't come. The enormity of the moment hit all at once, and she broke down in tears again. Center court fell into complete silence as thousands of spectators watched a 21-year-old from the Philippines experience the defining moment of her career right before their eyes.
But obviously, because I'm emotional does not mean I'm satisfied. So, yeah, okay, next round, let's go. Dreamed of opportunities like this, you know, when I to win a first set 11-9, you know, so when I have my opportunities, I have to take it because, you know, they're blessings. Being here is a blessing. I worked super, super hard to get here, and I'm taking it. If I have it, I have the chance, I'm taking it.
This moment was about far more than one incredible victory. For the Philippines, it represented history in the making. Never before had a Filipino tennis player reached this stage of a Grand Slam and produced a performance of this magnitude. Everyone inside center court seemed to understand they were witnessing something truly special, something that would be remembered long after the final ball had been struck. She is inspiring an entire nation and proving that Filipino athletes can compete and triumph at the very highest level of world tennis. For years, success on this stage felt like a distant dream, with no clear path for players from the Philippines to follow. There was no blueprint. No trail had already been blazed. Eala has had to create that path herself. Now she finds herself in the second week of Wimbledon after defeating the defending champion on the most iconic court in tennis. It's a breakthrough that has captured the attention of the sporting world and a moment that will inspire countless young players across the Philippines to believe that the impossible is, in fact, possible.